What's year two, I guess summer two and leading into year two like with Coach A?
He's proving all his promises are right. You know, some of the stuff he told us when we first started out, you know, is starting to come in like to fruition right now. And so all the stuff he's saying, I really believe that it's going to happen. So I'm just excited to see how it's going to play out this year.
Well, tell me about the team this year. New starting quarterback, new starting running back. A lot of new faces in new places.
I think it'll be good. You know, obviously, you know, there's a couple new people here and there, but I feel like we've been together for a long enough period of time and struggled through enough that we have a good team chemistry, and that we're going to Bend for a week, so we'll build enough there too, because we're going to be in one space for a whole week. So I feel like all of this team bonding and team building stuff is just really going to help us on the field.
We got to see a little bit during spring, but what's Darell like as a quarterback?
He's good. He's competitive. You know, he always wants to win, always wants to make the play. You know, and likes to have fun out there. That's one of his big things. He's competitive yet knows how to have fun, and so that's like a big balance that, you know, needs to have for a quarterback, especially to be a leader, because you can't always be, you know, hard on people, because like sometimes in the game you need to have some fun, just let loose and have fun and play.
Is he vocal?
Yes, yeah, he's vocal a little bit sometimes. You know, there's a lot of vocal people on the offense, so it's not like he doesn't let anybody else speak up. You know, everybody gets a chance to speak up, because everybody, you know, everybody's hearing the same, and if you feel like, he says if you feel like there's anything you have to say, you can speak up, so there's no like one's higher than the other, you know.
From his perspective and yours being his receiver, he was here last year but couldn't play, but obviously he's still involved as being somebody that's here. How does that help him?
It just helped because, you know, obviously he got to watch from the sideline, just learn how we do everything, like watch the receivers, watch the offense, like get to learn how this city is about football and how to like live here. So it helped him get acclimated, at the same time help him get acclimated to us and see what we're struggling with and see what he can do to help us win games. So, you know, it just helped that he came at that time to see all the struggles that we had to help improve.
When you're out and about and you're eating dinner or you're, you know, out around Corvallis and fans come up to you, what's the number one thing you're asked from fans about this team going forward and what to expect and everything?
They ask me always about Darell. And then they ask me, how do you think you're going to do this? How do you think we're going to do this year? You know, and I always give them the same answer. I'm just like, we have to see. I always want to wait till fall camp to tell I like how the team is, just because, you know, summer and like all spring is different because your body changes all the time. So fall is the most like the most accurate representation of how the team is going to do.
Do you have a feeling about this team and how
I feel like we're going to do pretty good. You know, obviously, just because of all the struggles that we had through, and everybody's just been more mentally tough. It's just the consistency that we needed, because obviously we showed that if we put it together in the Oregon game, good things happen. So all we got to do is just do that every game, and we should win a lot of games.
You talked about the mental toughness and going through what you went through. How did last year help you guys going into this year?
I mean, because it was a tough year, obviously, for everybody. You know, nobody likes losing. So we just got into our heads that we don't want to feel like that ever again. You know, just nobody wants to feel like that ever. So we went into the offseason just working hard, you know, trying to like forget about it. We kept reminding ourselves that we went, you know, 2-10, like kept that in our heads. So we're trying to get rid of that, you know, not repeat it.
Seth, he's coming by here. It looks like he's having a good time today. And speaking with him over there, man, he seems so much more relaxed and like the pressure's off. I don't know if it's a position change or, you know, talking about going away and then coming back. Like, what do you see out of him? What's different from him this year?
Yeah, obviously a lot of pressure took it off, because obviously getting thrown into the starting quarterback when you got here as a freshman is a little rough. But I mean, I guess it humbled him a little bit. You know, I don't want to say he came in here cocky, but like at some point when you get a lot of fame, you know, like a lot of stuff happens. Like he had to deal with a lot. Like there's a lot of stuff he had to deal with. So like I understand everything that he went through. So I mean, just coming back, you know, having to go through all that and like coming back to play receiver, and now finally understand like he can like be himself. It makes it better. You know, he's had more fun out here.
Is what we saw from him in that Oregon game, is that what we should expect to see from him?
Even better. Even better.
How have you seen him improve as a skill man?
Obviously, you know, he's been practicing receiver more instead of being, you know, like both quarterback and receiver. So he's been honing his skills. He's getting out his breaks better because he's not used to, you know, having new receiver stuff. But like he's gotten a lot better with like all the technical side of the receiver stuff, you know. And he knows the play since he was a quarterback. He just got to get just more technical with it. You know, it just takes a little time. You know, not everybody's got to get it in like 6 months. It takes a little process to get good at receiver in the Pac-12 as well.